They've been wearing down the Germans over here and the armor in mid. It's just been consistent rocket barrages across the board. The Germans are forced back across the front. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot doing a Company First 2 replay live on Twitch during my 12-hour stream. Hopefully I prevail, but right now we got ourselves a number of players hoping to prevail in this game. We got Suka Saha, we got Kaiser Krieger, Riker, and Shirley, all British, versus Morty. Nice, OKW. Outlaw, Steiner's counterattack. It's coming, eventually. And El Deuterino? Actually, not bad. The Deuterino, that's pretty funny. Alright, IFG section holding up in the building. We got more going into the corresponding building. We got Outlaw going Strategic Reserve. We also have Steiner's counterattack going joint operations for artillery. Heavy tank as well with the Tiger. So, you know, not bad assortment. I'm really curious about this. Advanced emplacement, advanced emplacement, advanced emplacement, advanced emplacement. Gee, I wonder what this is gonna go. Anyway, let's see. We currently have infantry section wearing down the Grenadiers and MGs. In buildings, they're doing pretty damn well, and hopefully they can cycle between all the squads. The MG will be a big issue from El Deuterino, but we'll see. We shall see if he's able to keep holding. A mortar's coming in. That will surely help. It's going to be a few minutes. Meanwhile, on the far side, we got Volk squads with a Kubel somewhere. Oh, he's grabbing territory. Okay. With Stern Pioneers in the back. Grabbing territory. Infantry section as well. It looks like everyone pretty much went predominantly infantry section. Unless I'm mistaken. No, everyone picked infantry section. So this is definitely a strat of some type, but we'll see. Oh! Let's see if it prevails. Right now, infantry section goes down. Right now, infantry section pushing on in. Assault Grenadiers pushing in. Interesting. No grenades yet. Does not battle phase. But I can easily see if he gets battle phase, that being very good. Mortar fire, almost hitting his own guys. The infantry section firing from one window against 5 men, so that's not exactly a fight that can last too much longer. Assault Grenadiers trying to move around to get behind the infantry section. He's going to get in and probably jump out this door and run, I would assume. MG still here, holding back this other squad. So it looks like Suka and Kaiser are having a bit of an issue with trying to advance and take that fuel. But on the far side, infantry section are still winning, actually managing, I think, to kill that unit in there. Again, they might be low, but they're still delaying the Germans as much as physically possible, which is pretty astounding. I think he lost a Grenadier. Am I wrong? No, he lost an MG. All right. El Deuterino already losing men. But suffice to say, the British were not able to hold out all that well. So, yeah, Grenadier, Pioneer managed to hold on to the fuel. Infantry section guarding, or at least on standby behind this, but going to need support to deal with that MG. Oh, never mind. I'm already pushed back. I don't know what forced him back, because I think staying in there would have been fine. There's a mortar pit going down now, but I'm just saying you could have built a bunker, like back here, or once you grab the fuel right here, build the bunker that way you could reinforce. That way you don't have to necessarily worry about going back to base to healing the full capacity. Again, if the Germans can spot this mortar pit before it can be made, that would be a huge win, and have the mortar open fire. Oh, like this. Yeah, he's building a bunker. I don't think it's an MG bunker, because I feel like the trees and stuff would block it, but there's a bunker here with an MG, and it held back the infantry section. All right. The far side is not panned out as well as the British may have liked. The entirety of the left is fallen to the Germans, which are now easily getting 36 fuel per turn. No question. Actually, more if this Stern Pioneer with the flamethrower, so we know we went Overwatch, right? If they can grab this, that is 39 fuel per turn. That's pretty solid stuff right there. Again, that will allow the Germans to get their armor out quicker. Also, 52 munitions, nothing to sneeze at either. Assault officer coming on in, thanks to Shirley. We got ourselves a Beaufort down here. Interesting location, because technically you could use the high wall and throw some incendiaries. So, just the... Oh, okay, never mind. It's the austere. Doi. The OKW's on the other side. Mortar fire could still cause quite a bit of damage. And again, you could just stay far enough back, the mortar pit can't hit you. So, be wary of that stuff. But maybe it's a foolproof plan I don't see. Because right now he's shooting the wall, maybe trying to bring it down, which will help against any surprise attacks. But again, I think mortar fire and a pack gun firing down the road is his biggest concern. MG suppressing the infantry section on the side. We have a small counterattack by Suka and Kaiser. But again, Kaiser, you may need to heal your men these men are about to die. Literally from anything. So let's do that. Now, luckily, the infantry section, because of advanced placement, do have the ability to build fortifications. So, quickly getting a mortar pit up to counteract, I'm assuming, this MG. Now, it's still going to take sustained fire, and I think he's just out of range. But, again, he can still cause quite a considerable amount of damage and or drop smoke to help him push up. So, we'll see how things fare. Anyway, Grenadiers pushing along the side. Beaufort, a quick Beaufort that was going to go down to guard a flank, but no. MG suppressed the infantry. Nice rifle grenade against the infantry section. Another rifle grenade hits. Kills the squad in retreat. Can we get another model? No, he's not focusing on him. He's focusing on these guys. Okay. Infantry section forced back. One squad just slowly inching its way. This Beaufort can't shoot them because they're being blocked. So, again, curious on the positioning of that. But whatever the case may be, finally he's able to fire, and the Grenadiers will be shredded. Retreat path will force him left, so he's not going to do a lot. Also, we have fire coming down. Why? Well, let's double check. El Deuterino. Oh, you got a mortar pit with fire. So we're going to burn this thing alive. Wonderful. 222 as well, opening fire in the infantry section. Beaufort is trying to shoot, but again, the wall, and then the truck, and then... well, that's about it. Is currently blocking the Beaufort, but that might be enough as it slowly burns to death. Again, Germans really starting to mass produce that light armor to force the British into an early defeat. Both squads advancing. This mortar pit barely clinging on. And I say that just because it's going to be on fire. It's going to be shot with fire. Oh, wait, Beaufort opening fire just barely in range of the Volk. You can throw another... no, he already threw incendiary. Oh, he doesn't have incendiary. Right, he upgraded with the MP40, so he only has one. I thought he was going to throw two. But, no, he only threw one. Okay, so that will keep it alive in the 5-man infantry section. 4 squads of them. Well, quick... oh, I love this. Get to work, you bastards. Get this mortar pit operational. And yeah, 20 men quickly make work on that mortar pit and bring it back up to operational status. So excellent job right there by Kaiser. That being said, one thing the Allies need to worry about is all the German caches starting to go down. That's going to really help their fuel supply. Also, Outlaw doing the good old tactic of getting in a half track, pop out a bunch of Askrens, and then just surprise and murder the enemy. Now, luckily, this infantry section got out of there before losing too much of anything. So, infantry section trying to hold on. This Beaufort is Beaufort. I keep saying Beaufort. Mortar pit's still trying to cling on for life, but fire is raining down. The Beaufort died, which allowed the units to move up a little bit more. 222 is now under fire from the Beaufort, which knocks it out. Again, the fortifications are keeping the British somehow in the fight. For how long, I don't know. But right now, I do know that it looks like there's not many men to block this VP. So, if this guy was smart, he would quickly grab this territory to stop the bleed. But right now, the Allies technically, right, have 2 VPs, and they're currently wearing down the Germans. But it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how long that's going to go on for. But if the Germans could act upon that sooner, it would stop it a lot quicker. 222 barely alive. I think the building's going to block the 6-pounder. Infantry section can't finish off the 222. Artillery gets a great shot on that MG, though, right in the house. Forcing it back. MG, though, will cover in case any additional squads advance. The right's pretty much uncontested, but there's no defenses or anything. So, essentially, if one unit moves in, it's open territory. There's nothing stopping them from just moving on in and just having a good time right there. But anyway, right now the infantry section are forced back. We have white phosphorus going down, which is interesting. As far as I know, white phosphorus doesn't wear down a bunker, right? It hits infantry, but fortifications aren't exactly hurt by white phosphorus in the same way as like fire would do, because fire burns it down. That being said, this mortar pit is about, well, now it's up to half. Maybe, I mean... there's no... oh, wait. The Beaufort's still there, so they can't push up too much. Support gun's trying his best. Fire's coming down. Infantry section may have to be very cautious because they don't want to burn to death as well because they're in a more susceptible state when healing. Luckily, Beaufort takes most of it, so the infantry section on the far side aren't hit. But again, they're slowly inching closer to the fire, which makes me very worried. But they are healing... they're healing faster than the fire can kill it, which is also hilarious. Support gun still hitting it. Actually, there's 2 of them here. Grouping up like this is a bad idea because now the white phosphorus will come in. And as you can see there, great shot with the mortar pit. Far side, Outlaw just chilling. Again, Outlaw. I feel like you could go out, put some mines here, some defenses. Again, this guy has pretty much all Bofors and mortar pits in mid. So Zuka and Kaiser, they have like this gigantic defense with 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4, right? No, there's just 3. There are 3 mortar pits. I keep saying Bofors. Mortar pits all around this area. And with this infantry section building this fort assembly, he's going to probably build an advanced repair assembly, or sorry, advanced assembly, so he can repair all these facilities with the automatic crew. There we go. So they can just keep it on. It's very expensive for all this. I'm not going to lie, but it's, again, it is automatic and it will heal your building, so it's not bad. And that way you don't put 20 men in harm's way from 1 shot just squad wiping them. On the far right, Outlaw decided to push there. Now, a grenade, like, you throw grenades into that, that's great, but you're diving on in. You're just charging. And now you're dying. Oh, you throw 1 grenade. What incredible stuff. Alright, so Half-Track's dead. Assault Grenadier's dead. This Assault Grenadier might die. 222 in the MG is at least suppressing them, but that was a horrific failure of a push. Outlaw should really think about what to do next, because again, he could have absolutely caused massive amounts of damage with all that, but alas, decided, no, I'm just going to dive into the pile and throw grenades on top of me, which, fun fact, did not work. And does not typically work. Speaking of defenses, we have the mortar pit still back here, 7 kills, and we have a new one, thanks to Shirley in the back. This time on the right, again, this one's more susceptible because there's nothing defending. You could easily come around here and kill it, I guess. Thank you, Cat, for jumping over my camera. Anyway, let me fix that a little bit, because, yeah, she hit that. Anyway, so, in mid, we have a British push, but, do we have anything stopping that? Well, we have a, oh god, we have a Flame Hetzer, so, yeah, sure, that's fine. By the way, I unlocked this thing in, War Thunder. Hot damn, that front armor. That's been pretty solid stuff, but in this game, it's fine. That's a good, solid flame tank. KV-8, in my opinion, is better, but it's not bad for what it is. Now, hopefully he can burn these men on the retreat. Oh, my God, please. Come on, hit him. Hit him. Burn him. Come on. Oh, AT gun's going to protect it. And they'll retreat. Without taking too many losses, all things considered. Again, 6-pounder is in mid. I guess their defenses are in, like, with the Bofors gone. It's the mortar pits just shredding the infantry at a fast enough rate. I will say, though, Suka is down to 2 infantry section. Let's see, Shirley and them have a decent amount. They have way more Brens and stuff. How's the right side looking? Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadiers, El Duderino has no frontline infantry, but has a lot of support equipment, which is now focused in mid to counteract the mortar pits. Again, as long as the Germans keep contesting this area, I can still see that as a pseudo-victory, because, again, the Axis are getting uncontested fuel, where the Allies, at least, consistently are having to engage it and may lose it, so... But it just depends also on how many losses the Germans are taking, right? Because right now the Germans are currently, what, mid-40s on average, where the Allies are low 50s? Okay, upper 40s. So it's a slight edge, but it is a little bit more noteworthy, especially if, like, Steiner's counterattack keeps throwing men away. Steiner went through with this counterattack and he's losing all of his men? No, really? You don't say. It's like that attack would have been poorly planned and really a bad idea in the first place. Anyway, Volk squad's pushing on in. Again, only one with incendiary. He throws it over here. These are just being healed in the meantime by the assault, by the crew, which is pretty funny. Volk squads might be able to get a pick. They do. Volk squad. Sorry, infantry section get a pick on the Volk squads. Excellent job right there. I feel like I would have lost my voice from trying this. Yeah, I mean, years of practice and lose my voice. Years and years and years. Anyway, 6-pounder on standby. Does, you know, get a couple of decent shots. But what's this? The British are here with their Air Force, and they're bombing that poor NG. Okay, really the rockets are hitting where the armor was. 6-pounders do hit the Panzer IV in retreat. We have a Jagdpanzer moving on in. The Flame Panzer gets neutralized by all the 6-pounders. We have a 17-pounder being set up, so that's even better AT, and we'll slowly maybe inch the British closer to the center VP. In the meantime, 222 under rocket fire. Again, any enemy unit in Allied territory is going to be strafed, thanks to Hold the Line, right? And Hold the Line's active for another 5 seconds. And unfortunately, we don't have anyone. Okay, Shirley just got it, but no one else has it. So they can't continue it, right? Bofer is opening fire on the Grenadiers, forcing them back. Panzer Grenadier is well taking heavy losses, down to 1 model Grenadier. Why are you firing a rifle grenade? Ah, yes, everyone knows the rifle grenade, the Bofer's one weakness. If you think that, no, please change your opinion, because that is not the case. Anyway, we have 3 mortar pits in the back line. This is like I wouldn't say a perfect Stuka target, but you could literally see this as a Stuka target. Like, it's perfect. It's lined up nearly perfectly. Fire's coming down the AT gun of sorts. Panzer IV is being hit by the 17-pounder. Centaur as well, helping to hit it. Will the Panzer IV die? Might. Does. Air support coming on in. Hold the Line's active once again, which will hit anything in Allied territory. So anything in blue, the Allies will be hit. Now, if the Allies grab territory, that doesn't count for Hold the Line. It only counts for the territory that was active at the time of when the button was pressed, or when the ability was called in. So this Firefly hit a mine. I think it's a half-track mine, judging by the fact it's immobilized. So it's desperately in need of support. So infantry section gonna push all in and just surround the Pioneer. Centaur as well, forcing it back. Jagdpanzer trying to go for the kill. Again, mortar fire, seeing the infantry section, wearing it down. Flamethrower wearing it down as well. Fire on the retreat. Hold on, this could be big. Does kill 1 squad. All right, 1 squad down. Not too bad against Kaiser. Unfortunately, artillery is gonna hit his men. Firefly somehow alive. Jagdpanzer trying to finish him off. Will he be able to? Artillery wears down the Jagdpanzer, but Jagdpanzer is able to get the final shot, even when 6-pounders coming in to take shots was not enough. So Firefly goes down. Big loss for Kaiser. But again, the Germans did lose armor, so it's not like they're without any sort of heavy loss. You have Outlaw. Again, Outlaw. I feel like grabbing this territory would be a nice, easy win. Or even... Okay, there's a Bofer here now, so Shirley at least has that... you know, on guard in case they try to push for this VP. But right now, it's a slow and steady decline of the Axis. Oh, nice shot with that strafe. Grenadier went down with the Bofer support as well. And again, with advanced emplacement, these guys have additional defenses that will allow them to live. I do hate the fact that it doesn't show me increased armor and how much that is for the, you know, unit info mod I currently have on, but it's fine. Anyway, fire comes down once again on the Bofers, but they're just mass... It's like a bunch of rabbits. It's just mass producing. There's just so many of them now. It's like we have 4 of them in mid. Like, that's insane. How many do we have in this game? Hold on. We have, let's see. We got 2 over here. We got another 5. We have 6 mortar pits in this game. 6 of them. All right. Well, and plus 17-pounder and a lot of Bofers. So the Germans need to concentrate their efforts. My guess would be use this fire and other fire to wear down the 17-pounder, right? Make sure it's braced, move up all your armor, and then when it's unbraced, fire all at once, and you can kill it, right? Even if the 17-pounder fires once, it's not going to be enough to kill any of this armor, right? It would be sustained barrages and attacks from a 6-pounder, 17-pounder that would kill this stuff. So that's the thing. A Pack 43 or 70-pounder is dangerous, but if you can overwhelm it, then of course it's less likely to be the bane that it can be, right? Also, allies are putting down caches, so again, good job by helping their team. Specifically, Riker doing that. Air support is no longer active. So again, I see a lot of hold the lines, which is fine, but you need to, how do I put this? If you're trying to make sure it's like consistent, you have to like coordinate with your team. And right now, I'm just not seeing that coordination as much as I may like. 6-pounders opening fire on the Bofer. Bofer did take some hits, is also on fire. Don't know if it will necessarily die, but it will at least... Oh, wait! you call in a direct strike? Hold on. You did. Okay. They really want that thing dead. Brace will protect it mostly. But honestly, for that direct strike, you want to wait for the brace to be over, because then you know it can't brace itself again. Fire was called, and it's still doing a little damage, but I don't know if it'll kill it. Air support coming on in. Still have the 17-pounder. And yeah, it's saying the Jagdpanzer. Panther as well. Under heavy rocket barrage, we have actually 2 sets of planes coming on in. Again, Riker and Kaiser both called in the strike at the same time. They've been wearing down the Germans over here and the armor in mid. It's just been consistent rocket barrages across the board. The Germans are forced back across the front. Bofors is neutralized, but again, air support's going to hit the sector. Now with the Panthers moving on in. Does not have a direct strike or anything else to call in, I don't believe. Nope. So not sure what the plan is here. He's just going to run away. You could just went the way you came, but that's fine. But yeah, hold the line is no longer active. 6-pounder will get some more shots on the armor retreating. And at least they killed that, so whatever. But again, the Allies have plenty of forces, and they have consistently held the VP so far. So we'll see how long that continues to go. One thing I'm actually also a little bit interested in is if Steiner is going to build artillery, right? Because I feel like LEFH and MASS could be a good counter. Oh, wait, no. It wouldn't be. I'm sorry. I completely forgot. Even though they're only doing hold the line, that doesn't mean they can't use a precision barrage. So any LEFH artillery would be quickly neutralized. So really, it's up to Morty, right? Because if Morty can make himself a Stuka with fire, or just a Stuka in general, that might be enough to wear this down. Because then if you call in a direct strike, he can retreat, right? And AA, says chat, they need it. A is what chat's recommending. It's kind of mixed bag because the plane's coming in at you. So even if you shoot it down, it probably already unloaded its payload. And it's not like a sortie where it's flying around the battlefield. That plane just flies once and is gone, right? As soon as it launches a payload, that's all it needs to do. So even if you kill it, I don't think it's enough to necessarily turn the tide as much as you may want, right? 6-pounder just guarding over the territory. Assault Grenadiers moving on in. 6-pounder at least holds. So if hold the line is active once again, which Stuka has, it can be very bad. Now again, frontline forces is something the Allies are struggling with a little bit. Some are better than others, like Shirley, but Riker, Stuka is definitely having an issue. And Kaiser, so far is okay, but has gone down a little bit. We do have armor. We do have a Churchill recently deployed. We have a Firefly. We have another Firefly, and we have another 17-pounder. We actually have 2 of these. This is not the best location because it can just fire this way, but what do I know? Alright, building just got strafed because of the German infantry inside. British forces taking it back. Not bad. Panther pushing on in. Again, Beaufort killing the units in mid. German infantry, again, no front line for him. Nice shot. Okay, one 17-pounder's down, so armor will be able to move on in. We have a Panther. We have a Panzer IV 2 Werfers. Deuterino as a Panther and double Oswins try to shoot down those planes, and more Panzer IVs. Again, mines being built, but the infantry section doesn't seem to care. But you know who does? The Firefly and Churchill coming on in. Firefly gets a good shot in the rear armor. Air support's going to hit the Panther. Or attempt to. Almost hits the Churchill. Panther trying to escape. Already used smoke. So really has to use the terrain to its advantage. Firefly just going to aim down sights. Gets a good shot on the rear armor, but not enough to kill it. Rockets try to kill it. The last Panther does escape. Other one, unfortunately, is taking the brunt of the action. Taz just donated $20. Thank you, Taz. I'll add that to the list. And we will do some spins in a moment. Churchill looks like got hit by the half-track mine. So actually, both of them did. This is actually, and they're in German territory. So if the Germans had the firepower, they should act upon this right now and hurt the Firefly and bring down the Churchill. Do whatever they can. Panzer push on the right was also pushed back by a Firefly and lots of rockets from Hold the Line. So again, that's going to really put Steiner in a bad position for his counterattack. No front line to speak of. Only relying on Panzer IVs against Fireflies. And do you have a... Okay, one 6-pounder. But no 17-pounders. Okay. But still. Beaufort's going to be under fire from the Panzer IVs. Hold the line is active once again. So expect rocket strikes against this pretty quickly. Meanwhile, the Churchill and Firefly have yet to die. Infantry section kind of covering the front. As well as the 6-pounder. Pushing the Panzers back. Oswin tried to come in to help against this target. But again, suffice to say, the Churchill and Firefly is still alive. Somehow. Again, great job for them keeping it alive. Rockets ping across the front. Panzer IV taking a number of hits. 6-pounder wearing it down with the Beaufort. Beaufort has lived. Not sure what the Pioneers were doing, but they certainly did not live. Yep, one goes down. Beaufort is about a third of its health. Okay, maybe like 25%, but still, it's fine. Panzergrenadiers under sustained barrage, and the strafe doesn't kill it, though very close. British forces managed to hold on to this fuel and actually might take it. If they do, and hold the line is active once again, then they'll be able to hold the territory. But this one is about to finish, so is another one going to be activated? Because again, if I had to assume what's going on is we're going to fortify and we're just going to constantly call in planes to hold. Which is not, it's a funny strat. I like it. When me and Essen, was it Delta 151 did it, we had a great time doing hold the line. But you can counter it, it's just, it can be difficult as the Germans dealing with the constant planes and airstrikes. Because there isn't a solid counter to it. 17-pounder neutralizes the Panzer IV. Resource-wise, the Allies are not, I mean, Kaiser has a bit of a, you know, excess, but the rest of them, not so much. Oh, nice hits on the back line. Just knocking out the support guns. So those... oh, here comes the Stuka. Even though I said Stuka, you're... oh, wait, hold on. Was that direct strike? No. Okay. So even though they do call it a Stuka, you need to rank that thing up by killing infantry. Now, luckily, it did hit some of the infantry section, so it did get plenty of kills and almost vet 1. But something to keep in mind. Alrighty, so we got a Panther force coming along the back line. There are no mines here. So El Dunarino's Panther counterattack could actually do well. Oh wait, he turns? I don't see any mines. I don't see anything. But it's gonna flank the 17-pounder. That's actually not a bad idea. Alright, well, he's still buddy, there's no rocket artillery, right? You might want to kill that. Rockets, though, from hold the line will begin to rain down upon the Panzer V, sorry. Can they kill the 17-pounder? It's turning around. He killed the cache, which is actually not bad, but still, now it's going to fire on you. You're oh, you're stunned. From the direct strike stunned him. Firefly moving on in. Hold the line. Is able to get some rocket strikes on him. He's backing up into a mine. He does dodge. Blitz. Luckily, Firefly misses. 17-pounder trying to get a shot. Unable to. Hold the line is hitting the blob that would have pushed in from the north. So Beaufort is secure. Grenadiers unable to so far decap that territory. Our engineers gets on the point. And here comes the Air Force. So the fuel will be held by the British forces. Again, Air Force really turning the tide of this match. Germans are significantly down. Artillery doing what it can. But again, there's more forward assemblies going down. Really, the Allies are truly investing into the defenses. And so far, SimCity is working. So, wonderful job here. Again, when we did Hold the Line, we didn't do SimCity. But it is funny to see SimCity with Hold the Line. And it coming together so beautifully into just a nightmare for the Germans. Although great Stuka kills the infantry section, well, some of them, hits the forward assembly, neutralizing it, 17-pounder. So at least it got some veterancy on that, I had to assume. Yep, okay, vet 1 now, so we can fire a wee bit faster, right? Oh, sorry, no, it can't fire faster, sorry. It gets napalm, I forgot, that's vet 2, duh. Sorry, chat. Had a bit of a brain fart. That might be the astronaut food kicking on in. Oh god, that thing tasted so bad. Ugh. Just thinking about it, I just want to... Hold on. Is he firing a Stuka right next to the Churchill?
Enemy causing... The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
He's like, I'll fire before the Churchill can fire. No. No, you can't. Though it did get a great shot killing the infantry section, bringing down Kaiser's forces quite considerably. Panther taking a number of hits, pulls on back. On the right, again, we have Shirley still holding his front. The Panzer IV has been unable to do much, and we do have an LAFH, which if they do a direct strike will, I'm assuming, slow down the consistent hold the lines that have been across the front. But again, right now the British would need recon for that. So they would either need to dive a force in or have an assault officer, which do they have? Oh, yes, they do. Okay, so if Shirley wanted to, right, he could do recon, and then someone else could call in the direct strike on the LAFH, right? So that is a possibility. But it would have to be quick because there are 2 Austrians, so we could probably shoot down the plane fairly quickly. Alright, Panzer Warfare doesn't do too much, but does, like, harass the front. The artillery's hitting the 17-pounder, hopefully wearing that down. The AT line is just, and the Bofors is just shredding infantry, my god. And the AT line just keep the armor. Again, the Allies have done a very good job of making sure they are covered completely. Is that a fragmentation bomb? Oh, great shot! Both AT guns are down. Did not react fast enough to that. Artillery may actually be starting to turn the tide against Hold the Line. Again, as long as the Germans don't lose their men, I can start to see a small comeback initiating. But again, they need to focus their efforts and make sure like stuff like this doesn't bite them in the ass. Because right now, if they charge with those Panthers, that 17-pounder and the other one will just start hitting them. And that's a lot of death very quickly for those Panthers. Again, fire coming down the 17-pounder, maybe forcing it. No, he can't brace, so it's probably going to die thanks to the fire. Firefly is moving on in to push back the Panthers. Pack gun, though, on standby, though I think there's smoke in the way. Hold the Line will probably strafe the Panthers. Lots of planes coming on in. Hitting the Panzer IVs in the back as well. Look at all that. The RAF coming in clutch. Again, Bofors as well, hitting the Panzer IVs. Trying to, they knocked out a 17-pounder, but again, it's not enough for these Panthers to do a breakthrough. These Panzers just get absolutely devastated by the Fireflies. Direct strike, though, coming on in on this Bofors. No fragmentation bomb. Hits the Fort Assembly, too. Not enough to kill it, but does wear it down quite considerably. If the Stuka gets a good shot, which looks like it was not able to. Wait, where are those rockets going? I don't know, but those rockets are coming down on the Bofors and the Fort Assembly. Does kill a medic, but doesn't neutralize any additional squads. Although, again, Kaiser's losing a lot of men. The artillery counterattack by the Germans seem to be working. Assembly goes down. Bofors, mortar pit being healed. And somehow, the British are starting to lose quite a bit. Riker's down to 3 frontline infantry. But they still have their armor, and they still have the VP. So as long as that's the case, I think the British will be okay. But they might need to start being a little more aggressive and try to push the Germans back. I know that might be counterintuitive to their defensive strategy of let them come approach, but still. Oh my god, Stern Pioneer gets killed by the Bofors. And too bad, it had the Bren. Firefly's advancing. Again, trying to do that counterattack, as I mentioned. Direct shots, unable to hit. Actually, it's the munitions cache, which, again, not bad for the Germans. 57. A 41 fuel coming on in for them. So, again, all that left side really helping them out with resources. So, got to tip my hat off to El Deuterino for at least pushing on that front to get resources. Because otherwise, the Germans would be significantly more down. And he has a full army. Steiner doesn't have much, right? But El Deuterino, he has an army. Outlaw has an army. Also, again, he has these pioneers, which they do have the support crew, which is great. So technically, if you wanted to be offensive with them, they could throw satchels on the fortifications. All right, but right now, even though that they're gaining maybe a little more fuel, they need the VP, and right now the Axis are having a real rough time grabbing it. They're down over 2-1. Panzer IV goes down, so Steiner's counterattack is once again failing to do anything. We have Churchill guarding the left side. Again, this 17-pounder is still okay. Again, most of the... Oh my god, new Bofors on the front. Every time they kill one, another one pops up. 17-pounder hits the Panther. Jesus, I can't talk. Werfer's actually in range. If they fire, 17-pounder could kill it. Let's see if it hits. Miss Skippy, thank you very much for the sub. No, it did not fire. Oh, did kill it. Nice shot. But support did kill the MGs, unfortunately. Fire's coming down on the Bofors. Actually, Tally keeps popping up. She was originally right here, but and she did show her butt on the green screen. So, but I'm not sure where Tally is right now. Oh, she's over there. Okay, she's lying down next to the camera. Okay. But thank you. I had a good New Year with my girlfriend's family. Hopefully you did, and with the rest of your family had a fantastic New Year. Anyway, Bofer laying down on the Panther, but really the big issue is the planes. The planes with the rockets consistently coming on in to drive back the armor. Again, we have some British forces capturing the left. Again, that's where these guys can maybe come in, but I do like how they're camouflaged in case the British come close. We have more armor with Panthers coming on in. Again, Outlaw did take some hits, but at least has some reserves. Morty, not so much. El Dorito has reserves. His Panthers are healing on up thanks to the mechanized building. Stuka can drop fire. Hopefully he can knock out, but another 17-pounder every time they kill one. It's just another one pops on in. All right. On the far side, hold the line. Pioneer just gets shredded, and it seems like the Germans are having a real rough time. They've not been able to inflict the heavy casualties they maybe wanted. In fact, they're taking the heavy casualties with that Pioneer dying to the Bofer. Again, Mortar Pit as well right there. Oh, Pioneer's being absolutely shredded. He's like, but no, I will take the territory. I will hold. I will show you all. Wait, hold on. Can we? No, wait, is hold the line done? Is there really not another one? I'm shocked this Pioneer didn't die. All right, well, goes to show. I guess hold the line was active in a different area. Oh, they're just killing the German dead bodies in mid. That's what they're doing. They're making sure the dead are actually dead. All right, 3 Fireflies are currently going to hold back any German armor that decides to move up. Nice hit with the rockets on the Brumbar. Might kill it. Also, the Brumbar, sorry, not Brumbar. The Werfer does get neutralized, but is only decrewed. They could easily pick it back up. But Fireflies did the job. They pushed back Outlaw quite effectively. Again, 3 Fireflies is something that is... You're going to need like a Pack 43 or something to counteract. But I get it's hard to do that when the enemy has 3 Bofers that would absolutely annihilate any sort of Pack 43 with a heavy HE, right? Smoke goes down, but it's not enough. Bofer fires through to push back the Volk squads. Right now, a direct confrontation, I think, is a bad idea for a lot of the German forces because of all the 17-pounders. If they want to do something, I think the flank along the side might be their best. I know there's a 6-pounder here, right? But either hit the right-hand side because it's far enough away from most of the defensive line that I think you could honestly beat it. Tiger tank trying its own by itself. El Deuterino lost most of its infantry as well. Here comes the Panther force. They'll probably kill the Bofers, but the Fireflies and 6-pounder will probably throw them off. Here comes more planes. Hold the lines hitting something in the back.
The enemy have destroyed a forward emplacement.
Panther's barely alive. Osman's coming in with the Panzer IV retreating before the Panther does. Firefly is going to neutralize that one Panther. There it goes. Here comes Suka coming in clutch. Oh my god, what is this Tiger doing? Gets snared, gets surrounded by multiple Fireflies. Oh my, when I said charge this front, I meant with infantry and additional armor support. What was that? Holy mackerel, that was pretty much the Ardennes assault, right? Because, sure, the British took a pounding, but the Germans used all their reserves to do that, and I don't think they can really afford to get all that much left, right? There's really not much they can do. There's some German forces still holding in mid, but that's going to be a slow grind. With El Deuterino losing a majority of his frontline armor, it's not looking all that swell, and the Germans are still losing quite a bit with the Bofer and infantry just killing anything that pops up in mid. Casualties don't matter. Yeah, I think they do add up over time. I think the constant strafes and the you not having a frontline force will add up trying to take territory, but that's just me. Fireflies, I'm assuming killing the equipment, right? What are they shooting at? Okay, yeah, they're killing the equipment. Assault officer still holding the right with an MG. Although if hold the line's active again, which it is, won't hold the line straight. There it is. I was gonna say, won't hold the line straight to the building. Again, Oswin's shooting the plane, but it already got its strafe done, so it does not matter. So if you do fight hold the line, don't expect Oswin's to turn the tide. It's not going to work. It's truly not, because the plane's already delivered its payload and is gone. You would need to stop it before, but then hold the line would not be active if you're already in the enemy base. So, pack gun taking substantial fire from the mortar pits. Again, all the fortifications keep being healed by Riker. And actually, they've slowly built back their army. There was a time where the Germans were wearing them down, but now that is come and gone. Germans just don't know what to do. Oh, looks like a direct strike knocked out the Brumbar. Yeah, so Suka did that. Great shots. There's still some Panthers, but they would need to combine their efforts into a single area. And maybe the left to neutralize this, but they also... Look, there's so many mines. Again, great job by Suka on the defense on the right. And again, Shirley for the... the left. And Shirley defense on the right. Again, the flanks are the most susceptible, but I think both players have done a really good job of holding what they can. It used to be borderline useless, and now it's crazy powerful. Yeah, I never recommend hold the line, and then I started using it, and now I'm like, of course you have to use it. Here comes all the Panthers. The Fireflies are caught out of position. This could be the time. 70-pounder is not aiming at them. So maybe they can neutralize the Fireflies and then pull out before they take too many casualties. 70-pounder repositions. Firefly goes down. Hits a mine. Dooming this Panther, most likely, as the additional Fireflies slowly make their way in. Again, this Panther and Tiger and other things need to push up now. They shouldn't be focusing on the 17-pounder through the flank, but they're not. Now they're coming in piecemeal, and it's too late. Here come the rockets. One Panther goes down. 70-pounder kills... well, rockets in the 70-pounder kill both Panthers. AFG section moving on in provides sight for the 70-pounder, which can still hit that Stug, and even some of the armor if it keeps advancing. Right up to that line. Perfect. Firefly very low, but again, has plenty of resources to keep advancing. And Steiner, along with Morty Outlaw and the rest of the team, unfortunately, surrender from that counterattack. Yeah. No. The counterattack in the the middle of the game, I thought was starting to make progress, but then just completely faltered with some bad pushes. Just absolutely falling apart. So, yeah, I not entirely sure what exactly is going on there. Anyway, double checking on here. Damage-wise, we have Shirley with top damage, and we have... Oh, with him actually getting top kills. On the flip side, we have, let's see, El Deuterino. I thought El Deuterino did pretty good with his armor for the most part until it all went crashing down. But still, I thought it was pretty good. Top kills goes to Morty, and I could see it support guns and Stuka fire, but we'll give a more in-depth overview in just a second. Real quick thank you to Riker for submitting this replay. He was a Sim City fortification slash hold the line combo, and I thought it was pretty good. That was a fun game. So let's see right now. We got ourselves Suka with the Fireflies. Never lost one. 6 kills. Pretty solid. Not as good as the SU-85 from last game, but still pretty good. Again, 6-pounder defense. Kaiser is most likely just holding from his flank or his side, and you know, I thought he did fine. Riker again took some infantry losses quite conservatively, but again, his defensive line I thought was pretty good. Shirley, again, him holding the right. He did lose a Firefly, but overall, again, I thought he did a pretty damn good job at holding his flank. Morty, yeah, his support gun, 37 kills. I think he didn't produce that many support guns, did he? He only produced 2, but he kept recruiting it. That's why. So for technically 2 output and recruiting, that's not too shabby. Outlaw, again, Werfers tried, but were unable to help break the fortified line. So that's unfortunate, but I thought he did okay. Steiner was actually, I think, the weakest player here. Is that right? Steiner? Yeah, Steiner was close to the weakest person, at least damage-wise. Kill-wise, he got a little bit higher. But again, I think that's more due to picking off some of Shirley's infantry and stuff, not really, and kind of his charges into mid. but they weren't exactly able to prevail, and he kept losing quite a number. He lost a lot of Panzer IVs, let's be very clear. And El Duderino, I thought his Panther flanks did decent, but again, they just weren't able to dish out the damage and kill the stuff needed. Like, some of those Bofors and 70-pounders were able to keep themselves alive for so long. It was nuts. All right, but that's going to be game. Thank you all for watching. And remember, if you want me to replay, submit down below via my Gmail or Discord. And if you like the video, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe. It does help out the channel. So thank you very much. This has been Greyshot17. I'll see you guys next time. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot17. And before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tony B 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.